now invite the Excellency Ambassador Ma Hui to give a speech.
Bienvenidos todos. Buenos dias. My dear diplomatic colleagues, representatives of the Cuban government, and friends from the think tanks and the media, a very good morning to you. As you all know, this year marks the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative proposed by the Chinese President Xi Jinping. Hereafter, I refer to the initiative as BII. How is BII going? The co-hosting countries, the views of co-hosting countries matter. So I'm very honored to have invited my diplomatic colleagues, ambassadors from Indonesia, Pakistan, and Egypt and Sri Lanka, and representative from Kazakhstan embassy, and also my colleague from CIBI, and Cuban expert, to share their views on the Belt and Road Initiative, and especially on how the initiative is implemented, is put into practice in their own countries. Before that, I will make some opening and introductory remarks. Second, the BRI is mutually beneficial for China and for other countries, or for the East and the West. The BRI focuses on 5 things: policy coordination, infrastructure connectivity, unimpeded trade, financial integration, and the people-to-people bond. In the past decades, the BRI has resulted in practical cooperation and mutual learning among civilizations. More than 150 countries and 32 international organizations have signed up to the BRI. It attracted about $1 million of investment in over 3,000 projects and lifted 40 million people out of poverty. I'll give some examples later. Examples: the China-Kazakhstan Lianyungang Logistics Cooperation Base has become an important hub for Kazakhstan's exports to the Asia Pacific. Lianyungang is a Chinese city in eastern China. Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway project will greatly improve local transportation logistics. You've seen the video. China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, the BRI's flagship project, has achieved many fruitful results. The Suez Economic and Trade Cooperation Zone, jointly built between China and Egypt, has created direct and indirect employment opportunities for more than 50,000 Egyptians. The Puttalam power station in Sri Lanka has lit up thousands of homes. In our own region, the Mariel Solar Power Park in Cuba, the China-Ecuador Free Trade Agreement, the expansion of the China-Argentina currency swap agreement have contributed or will contribute to the development of concerned countries. In short, the BRI promotes the sustainable development of the countries concerned and achieve mutual benefits, common development through hard connectivity, which refers to infrastructure, soft connectivity in rules, standards, and what we call hard connectivity between the peoples among the BRI countries. Third, the BRI is an initiative that is realistic, open, and inclusive. The BRI adheres to the principle of extensive consultation, joint contribution, and shared benefits. We think we should discuss and do things together instead of engaging in closed and exclusive small circles, and we should break down barriers rather than erecting barriers. We firmly oppose zero-sum game, decoupling, and the so-called de-risking. We believe failure to cooperate is the greatest risk, and the lack of development will lead to instability and insecurity. Under the BRI, upholding the principle of sincerity, real results, amity, and good faith, and the principle of pursuing the great good and shared interest, China strengthens solidarity and cooperation with other developing countries and defends the common interests of developing countries. Politicians and the media in a few countries hyped up the notions of debt trap and neo-colonialism. Their purpose is to undermine the mutually beneficial cooperation between China and the BRI countries. In fact, China has offered opportunities, not risks. China has never created any traps or exported colonialism, old or new. Facts can expose those lies. Fourth, BRI, with equal emphasis on quality and efficiency, we think has a promising future. At present, China is actively promoting the high-quality development of the BRI. It is an inevitable requirement in order for BRI to adapt to the high-quality development of China's economy. As the major economy enjoying the best development momentum, China will continue to coordinate the formation of a new development pattern in China and the joint building of the BRI. China will continue to promote high-level opening up to the outside world, identify and encourage cooperation in green, digital, and innovative fields. Thus, China can provide more market investment and growth opportunities for BRI partners. The high-quality development of the BRI is also an inevitable choice if we were to further promote the BRI cooperation. China will host the third Belt and Road High-Level Forum for International Cooperation this October in Beijing. We will redouble our efforts to further deepen political trust with other countries, enhance connectivity, promote balanced trade, attract the participation of multilateral development agencies and financial institutions, and further consolidate culture and people-to-people exchanges so that the BRI can truly be the road of cooperation, road of development, and the road of prosperity and happiness. To conclude, I would like to repeat, the BRI is a visible, tangible, and practical initiative, not an empty slogan. It is an economic cooperation initiative, not a geopolitical game. It promotes China's own development as well as the common development of the world. It is mainly for the developing countries, but does not include developed countries. In the post-epidemic era, the world economy is yet to recover fully, and there are unprecedented challenges ahead. With its own stability and development, China will continue to promote world peace and progress and cooperate with all parties to achieve win-win results and build a community with a shared future for mankind. Thank you for your attention. Gracias. Now I invite my colleague, Senora Nala Yulena, to give her remarks.